Dirty Laundry, your home for true crime online. Like, share, subscribe. Summer Moon Utah Wells was last seen at her home in Rogersville, Tennessee on June 15, 2021. Her eyes are blue, she weighs 40 pounds, and she stands 3 feet tall. If you have any information about her disappearance, please contact TBI immediately at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Thank you. Under the influence, but above the law? Just how many laws does Don have to break before they pull his platinum get-out-of-jail-free card? The Halloween DUI arrest of Don Wells really didn't come as a surprise to most of us. His and Candace's irrational behavior hasn't been one of worried parents or victims of a horrific crime, but one of panicked, cornered liars. They drop in almost every night on a different YouTube live show to rant, blame, or fight online. Then they sober up enough afterward to say a mea culpa before repeating the whole process. Over and over and over, Don breaks any law he wishes, but never goes to jail. It's getting almost impossible to keep track of Don's latest meltdown or epiphany. Is he high on drugs and alcohol tonight, or is it Jesus? Does he support his sad and confused wife, or will he call her the most filthy names he can think of? Both Don and Candace have shown us a Jekyll and Hyde facade that seems to change with their mood and alcohol level. One minute they are clean and sober, slinging scripture, and the next they're swearing their way through yet another YouTube channel, Open Mic Interview. Just this week he told the Times News, quote, "I have to stay off the YouTube thing or be very careful about if I do anything on YouTube from now on because I have lost control," Wells said. "I've done stupid things, and for that I apologize. I'm just trying to be right, focus on our church and the things that our family that we so much enjoy together," unquote. Okay, everybody, place your bets. How long can Don Wells resist the temptation to get his fix from his most addictive drug, the internet? After being labeled Victim of the Month by the Behavior Panel, Don seems even more emboldened in his antics and drunken online tirades. The more pity he gets from gullible followers, the lower he sinks, convinced that he won't be held responsible because he has walked away from his last 3 arrests with no significant jail time. Why? Do all the residents of Hawkins County receive this same treatment? Don is convinced that all he has to do is play stupid and he can get away with pretty much anything he wants. He even claims to have broken the order to not discuss summer with his son. If this wasn't just another drunken lie, why wasn't his son protected from what it could have been a threat to stay quiet? And why wasn't Don punished for violating his gag order? He was told not to discuss the boys. Would this not be considered contempt of court? He talked his way out of the DV charge last year during the Jose incident. Then he was granted bail after the Halloween DUI and proceeded to drive home after his second arrest for parole violation involving a firearm. October's just not a good month for Don. What kind of crime will Don have to commit before someone stops him? Will February bring another sob story and another slap on the wrist by the courts? How does Hawkins County justify keeping Don Wells on their suspect list for Summer's kidnapping, yet continue to excuse his escalating contemptuous and dangerous behavior. It makes no sense. Compare the behavior of Don and Candace to other known innocent parents of recent cases, like Gabby Petito or Cleo Smith. Did they go berserk? They were heartbroken and desperate to get their daughters back. They didn't make it about them. A lot of people wouldn't even know Gabby and Cleo's parents' first names. Don and Candace are known far and wide as the parents from hell, not because they're poor or uneducated, but because they're addicts who allow their children to become endangered. The damage is done, summer is gone, and their boys actually need protection from them now. Summer will not have a huge public search like Cleo or Gabby. Her disappearance has had scarcely any coverage, and the only reason we now have this half-hearted press release from TBI is because of the Dr. Phil show's attention. At least one media outlet is even suggesting that Summer's case may never be solved. For those of us who just want to see Summer found, it is very frustrating. Whether it's the Hush investigation, parents who are drunk and out of control and seem to be immune from the law, or just lack of interest, something is wrong in Hawkins County. Summer was removed from that yard by someone, and they can't just pretend like she never existed. After 148 days, all TBI can share is that they have served a few search warrants and are still searching. They also say that the digital evidence has been collected but offer no further information. And still, no persons of interest have ever been named. If Don and Candace have no respect for the law or the lives of others, which they prove by dropping drunk on Halloween, how far of a stretch is it to wonder if they disregarded the lives of Summer or her brothers? We're not angry with Don and Candace Wells because they aren't rocket scientists. We aren't mad with them because they mismanage their money or have addiction issues. We are angry because LE is overlooking the exact same behavior that invites a kidnapping and a CPS intervention. They actually seem to be using the absence of the children they mistreated for sympathy now. I give it a week, if that. Don knows that all signs point to him and Candace. He also knows that his sisters are pursuing actions against him for his behavior with them. They are self-destructing out of guilt. Whether they have finally realized that their own neglect resulted in the loss of their children, or they have guilty knowledge over Summer's disappearance, they've built their own prisons.